Dr. Emraan Hashmi attended the first Fortis Pan-India conference on colorectal cancer. Emraan, who has written a book earlier on the same, shared some insights about the deadly disease and his son's victorious struggle through it.
Well, first of all, I'd like to speak personally about our experience and the psychological impact of, our son being diagnosed with this cancer. First and foremost, as parents, you go through a variety of emotions, ranging from anger, guilt, sadness. Guilt because, at that age, you're making most of the choices for your kid, and you feel that maybe it's something that you did wrong, maybe you fed the kid something wrong, there was something wrong with the nutrition, and that has a very, very deep psychological impact, that had a deep impact on us. When we heard the news, obviously it was the worst part, and post that, every day was like a new hurdle. There was post that the surgery, which we had, which was the 4 longest hours of our lives, having the tumor removed, and we lost the kidney also, because that's generally how you deal with a case where it is 9 centimeters. And post that, there was the pathology report coming in, which took us, which took 5 to 7 days, which is again the 5 longest days of my life, because then, there's the favorable histology, there's the staging, which was all very new to us. Thankfully, he was on a second stage, which made the treatment and the prognosis much better. Post that, we flew our son to Canada, to Toronto, to Sick Kids. It's one of the top pediatric hospitals. And there was one of the main reasons that we did this is because we were trying to attend, apart from the physical aspect and the medical intervention, there's a psychological impact that all this has on us as a family unit and on our son. And we didn't want him to change in any way. That emotionally scars a kid. It definitely has emotionally scarred us. Kids can't talk about it. But that's something that we, I guess, lack in our country, is the dealing with the psychological aspect of cancer. Talking about it, parents talking about it, trying to make the kid understand what the issue at hand is, because it's extremely complex. When my son was flown in, obviously there was great care in Hinduja, and he got the best treatment there, but there was still, because of the surgery, there was a psychological impact, and when he went there, his blood pressure shot up in the hospital in Canada, and they were equipped in dealing with that psychological aspect and calming him down. Ditto for us, because we also had someone to speak to through the entire incident. Another psychological impact was, we used to have nightmares. I came back to Bombay, I didn't get sleep, I was working here, I came back from my shoot. After a month from there, I left my wife and my son when he was being treated there. And I used to get all of 1 hour of sleep in the night. And it was hell for me. But that's something that I guess every parent has to deal with. And eventually, I don't even know if I need counseling after this. So I feel that India needs more units in hospitals. I think they are starting that right now. It's in the infancy. They have a field abroad which is psychosocial oncology, which deals with, attending to the counseling sessions for parents and for even for youngsters. So it has had a deep psychological impact, something that I fully don't understand yet. I don't know the psychological impact that it's had. And as far as the cost goes, of course, my family could deal with it, but there is this huge problem, surmounting problem that you see in real India, in rural India, because I've got so much of fan mail on Twitter and on my mail after the book was written, that generally the cases are, there's a late diagnosis, there's no awareness there's illiteracy, they don't understand what cancer is, there's social stigmas there, and when they find the cancer, it is so expensive that it's untreatable. And they can't do it at that income group. But now I believe there's metronomics, which has started off in India, which is again making it extremely approachable. A few hundred rupees for a treatment of in an entire month, which is a paradigm shift, and I think it's really set the standard for India and the costing here. But yeah, costing is again a key issue for that income group, which needs to be attended to.